Power tell us to buy paper straws, drive electric cars, eat organic vegetables, buy LED light bulbs. But these same companies marketing their green solutions buy pig iron made in the smoldering ruins of the Amazon rainforest. They use slave labor to harvest food on our tables, and they heap their toxic garbage on the poorest people in the world when it's time for a system upgrade. To capitalism. Woo. That's right. To capitalism, no land is sacred. No amount of wealth, expansion, or extraction will ever be enough. The people in power would see this world burn before losing a single gold bar to the likes of us. Woo. That's right. Make some noise. That's right. Capitalism is the tyranny of the few over the lives of the many. And when tyranny is law, revolution is order. That's right. Revolution is order. But what is revolution? It's not just a great upheaval, but an act of great love and solidarity with our fellow humans. That's right. It is people acknowledging that their fear, that the risk of action, and taking it anyway. It is understanding that we have more in common with those in remote corners of the globe suffering under the boot of imperialism than we do with the people in the white halls of power. That's right. It is understanding that the people together, declaring in one voice, have more power than all of the dollars that have ever been extracted from any country on the planet. We, the people, our one united voice, will forge our own future, a people's future. That's right. And as we have seen over the last week, as we see by the numbers of people that are here today, that movement for a new world is growing. People from all over the world, especially from oppressed countries, are fighting back.
That's how much I support this.
People are fighting to stop the exploitation, the destruction of their air, the soil, the water. People are fighting against the forces of imperialism and extraction. That's right. We know now that asking businesses and politicians to address the crisis that they so recklessly created, we will never, ever see justice. If we ask these people to give us our freedom to save our planet, we will never succeed. This fight is one that we, the people, must win for ourselves. The channel, the late, great Fred Hampton. We won't fight fire with fire. We're going to fight it with water. We're going to fight divisions with solidarity. We are not going to fight capitalism with green capitalism. We are going to fight capitalism with socialism. That's right. We are going to fight oppression with revolution. People's path forward. Peace be with those who are willing to fight it. So peace. Thank you.
We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved.
Not planted by the water.
We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved. Like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. One more time. We shall not be moved.
We're just sheer adrenaline at that point.
We shall not be moved. Just Thank you. Next, I want to introduce Tyler McFarland. They're going to tell us about their experience with the recent campaign action and the importance of direct action with Greenpeace. But before Tyler comes up, if folks can't hear in the back, we have plenty of room up here. We do ask you to stay off of the road. We can stay over here on the grass. We have lots more room up here if folks are having trouble hearing.
How's it going, everybody? I may or may not
not have been to Texas recently. Houston is the site of the largest oil export site in the country and the third largest on Earth. The tanks, flares stretch for miles. The scale is completely mind-numbing. The surrounding communities are some of the most polluted in the country. The government recommends eating no more than 8 ounces of fish per month, and no one swims in the ocean. For 19 hours, Greenpeace climbers prevented exports. Shortly after, the city saw the worst flooding since Hurricane Harvey, and many residents are considering abandoning the city altogether. On September 1st, a law went into effect that makes blocking critical infrastructure a state felony. They argue that oil exports are that critical infrastructure. Laws like this are being pushed through all over the country to silence protests. Following the standoff at Standing Rock, North Dakota legalized running over water protectors with your car. And I just want to note that the war on the earth is an actual war, and the fossil fuel industry is defended by state violence.
Right.
Abolishing police and prisons should be the goal of the climate movement. Because as long as those institutions exist, you will continue to be put there when you resist. The theft of the continent and of black and brown bodies is what gave rise to fossil fuel capitalism currently choking the world. Climate justice means fighting white terrorism, patriarchy, and capitalism. I did what I did because risking my freedom for the next generation is worth it. I was there for all the children already born, facing the global ecological catastrophe, and those yet to come. We are facing extinction. It is time for ordinary people to get in the way and take direct action. As John Lewis would say, good trouble. There are no rules besides the one set by the powers that be. Survival is at stake. And to quote the last line of Asada's pledge, we have nothing to lose but our chains. Thank you.
Get up, get down, leave fossil fuels in the ground. Get up, get down, leave fossil fuels in the ground. Get up, get down, leave fossil fuels in the ground. Get up, get down, leave fossil fuels in the ground. Get up, get down, leave fossil fuels in the ground. Get up, get down, leave fossil fuels in the ground. Get up, get down, leave fossil fuels in the ground. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tyler. Next, I want to invite up Allie Johnson Kurtz, gender justice, immigrant rights, and climate organizer from Vermont. Can I get a big shout out for all the organizers today? So, as during the introduction was said, I do a lot of gender justice work these days, and one of the things that I want to bring today is an understanding that as we face climate apocalypse, as we face the climate crisis, our most important tool for survival is empathy. It's so critical because as we face challenges, we need to be able to understand one another. We need to be able to hear one another, respond to one another, and support each other. And anyone who's been through a climate crisis will tell you that. And coming from Vermont, I live in Montpelier. And after Hurricane Irene, Tropical Storm Irene, which devastated our communities, we went out into the streets and we helped rebuild. And I was in our family friend's home helping carry out all of her destroyed belongings. And these natural disasters, I'm going to put that in air quotes, climate disasters, are going to be coming harder and stronger and more frequently than ever. And to be able to be of service in those moments and survive through the moments, we need to have empathy for one another. And so I want to lead us today in a practice that'll help us flex those empathy muscles and practice what it looks like to provide that for one another, because as we gather at rally after rally, we can prepare ourselves for what's to come, and we must. So, the framework that I'm going to offer for you today was taught to me by Catherine Cadden and Jesse Wines, who are nonviolent communications trainers who live in Vermont. And they taught it to us as a group. I work with a group called Sustain Us, which is U.S. Youth for Justice and Sustainability. We do a lot of work internationally. And they trained us because they understand, as I just described, the need for us to have strong, deep relationships and responsiveness to one another. And so what I'm going to ask you to do in just a moment is turn towards someone who you don't know and look into their eyes. And you're going to take turns asking each other what you're feeling and responding to each other with the deep human need that you, as the listener, are interpreting that feeling to come from. So I'm going to give a couple examples. If they say that they are feeling really happy to be here, are we feeling happy to be here? If they say that they're feeling that joy, right, that might be coming from a sense of belonging and a sense of community. And you can acknowledge that. You can say to them, I'm so glad that you're feeling that sense of community, that sense of belonging today. If they say that they're feeling scared, who here is feeling scared today for our future, for the climate? Yeah, me too. If they say that they're feeling scared, you can recognize where that need is coming from. It's coming from a need for water, food, emotional safety, physical safety. You can acknowledge that. Take that moment to acknowledge where that fear is coming from. If they say they're feeling uplifted by today, you can recognize that that might be coming from a need for inspiration in these dark times. That this is offering